it's that time in the semester where many college students will be preparing for exams. And here to share some easy tips on how students can study effectively is Miss Sharon Ragland Key. She is the owner and managing director of College Tutors. Sharon, welcome. How are you?
Thank you so much.
Yes. Well, Sharon, let's get right to it. Share some tips for college students, because I've been there and I'm sure you have, and you knew how hard it was to study when you were in college. So what are some easy tips that you can really share for our youngsters these days now?
So the first tip that I would love to share is set a consistent time and schedule to study, which is so important. You know, students can use a planner to track assignments and exams, break up tasks really into small chunks, and consider, which is, I think, is probably the most important tip about scheduling time, is the 2-for-1 rule. And that is, ensure that for every hour you are in class, set aside 2 hours to study for that class.
Yeah, that's interesting. You know, how did you guys decide to kind of like share that as a tip? Because I've never heard that before when I was in college, but that's a great way to look at it.
You know, when we leave our class, and we've both been there, you know, we get distracted. And so ensuring that we dedicate enough time, and I'm recommending the 2 hours for each class, you will be able to recap what you learned and plan for the next time you're in class, whether it's for a quiz or instruction or that big exam that you're going to have.
Yeah, and obviously everyone has different learning abilities. How would you address being able to study based upon everyone's learning style?
Studying 2 hours at one time is hard for anyone to do. And also it drains your energy. So I recommend that you consider 5-minute breaks for every 25 minutes of study. And that way you will re-energize yourself when you come back to studying. And you know, maybe taking a quick brisk walk, that helps us also to ensure that our energy level is high and ready for the next 25 minutes or so of studying.
All right, well, any other tips you'd like to share?
Outside of that 7 to 9 hours, we really need to eat a well-balanced meal. High protein is key. Having the smart carbs as well as fiber in your diet will help you also to stay energized and focused when you are preparing for class, quizzes, and those exams.
Well, thank you so much, Sharon. We really appreciate that. Now, if people are interested in learning more about College Tutors, can you tell them how they can find the information?
They can go to collegetutorsmichigan.com and submit an inquiry, and we will follow up with you. And also they can call us at 734-761-8393. And we have students all over the state.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much. That was great advice.
Thank you so much for having me.